You tripping, bro? You sound fine.
Still sound the same.
He can't hear himself. That's the thing. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? What up, Glenn?
Yeah, no,
See,
I'm usually able to hear myself. That's fucking weird. Oh well, fuck it.
Glenn, this is what I'm
Okay,
talking about,
come say
though.
hi then. Be quick before we get started.
Eddie, what up?
Here, say hi.
What up? What up? Daisy.
We're on YouTube already?
Yep, we're on YouTube.
Yeah, I have a YouTube called. I have a YouTube. I have a YouTube. I have a YouTube. I have a YouTube channel called Robo Eli.
Robo Eli. I must have charged him motherfucker for promotion, though. I'm charging Eli for promotion. He can't be name dropping like that.
Ah, name drop, baby. Get that money.
You can't be doing it for the likes. You can't be doing it for the likes.
Get that money.
Can't be doing it for the likes, Eli.
You guys get the money.
All right, say bye to your fans.
Bye.
Sign out. Sign
We're
out.
on in 14. All right.
Hey guys, what's up?
What up, Robo Nate?
Everybody subscribe to Straight from the Stand.
There you go. There you go. What up, Soccer Crazy? What up, Adrian? What up, Tony? Mike was good. Hey, Mike, congratulations on your engagement, man.
Okay, bye guys.
Bye, buddy. Have a good night.
Good night.
What up, Jose?
Actually, I don't go to school tomorrow.
But you gotta go to bed.
Hell yeah. Don't even bother, bro.
Hi, Evelyn.
Who cares? I stay up until like 1 o'clock.
Whoa. Whoa, you can't be doing that.
Oh, my parents let me. I love staying up late. Okay, peace.
Peace, buddy.
Subscribe to Straight from the Stand and like and click the notifications.
There you go. Tell them peace. What up, Alejandro?
Go Galaxy!
There you go. Let's go, boy. Bye, buddy. Jose, how's
The other day.
the weather in Seattle right now? You know what I mean? What up, Cheesy?
What it do, baby?
All right, for sure, Mike. I'll do it after the show. I'm mad busy, bro. Haven't been able to get on that shit. Masa, you wrapped up that Ramos is sick. A chat that won't kick me out. What's up? Oh man. Masa, how are you doing on the icon swaps?
I'm almost done. I gotta just do. I think I got 4 more games for Italian, the Italian League one, and then or the Italian player one. Then I just got 3 more wins on the Bundesliga rivals.
I just gotta do 2 more La Liga wins and I'm wrapped up on all of them.
Hey, La Liga is cake, though.
I don't have the players for it. Like I really don't have the players for it. I'm playing 2 right backs.
I was so sad because I was playing rivals yesterday with the Bundesliga team, and I had to buy a player because one of my players it was a loan card,
Oh
so I
right.
bought one, and I didn't realize that it was 9 first own, not 8. So I played with 3 and I won, and I was like, hell yeah.
Nope.
And then I checked, and then didn't count, and I was like, oh, what did I do wrong? And then I went back and I checked, and I was like, oh, I got
Oh,
three
right.
players.
That's
My
fucking
shit.
whack.
I mean, kind of sad.
Damn, Jose, fucking cold, windy, and wet. Nope, I ain't doing that. It's supposed to snow for the next couple of days. Nope, I ain't doing that. You need to come back to LA, bro. Can't be doing that Seattle weather. Fuck that. Fuck that. I don't handle the cold well at all. I don't know this shit, man. You like the cold, right, my son?
Huh?
You like the cold? You fucks with the cold weather?
Yeah, I'd rather do cold than hot.
You're bugging. You are bugging. I can't do that shit, man. Fuck that. Fuck that.
Ah!
Hey, Angel, get in the mic again? Oh, okay, hear me, huh?
Yeah.
Angel, get in the mic.
Secret of that. There you go.
Sounds right. Sounds right. It just picks up a lot
You
more.
sure?
Yeah, I think so.
Nah.
Well,
Nah.
turn off your mic. Turn off your mic. Turn off your mic and talk.
Turn it up.
Turn it off or unplug it and talk it.
Unplug my mic.
Yeah, just unplug your mic real quick. And talk. Yeah, see, that's
Fine.
that's
Am I
a,
talking a lot? Is this enough?
that's a
Tell
bad
me you
audio.
love me. I can't hear you for shit. Just tell me you love me. I can read it in your lips.
Plug it back in. Plug it in.
Oh, you want me to
Plug
plug you?
it in. Yes.
You want me to plug you with this?
Yes,
Oh,
yes,
plug
yes.
you my wiener? Hell yeah.
Oh,
Mira, aquí te va. Oh, shit.
God damn it, dog. This is a piece of shit show.
I mean, we're not even recording it.
No, we're not. I'm definitely deleting it today.
Hey, can you hear me though?
Yeah, you hear you. I'm telling you, like you could tell the difference between the two audios.
All right, but you can hear me fine, right?
Yes, we can hear you fine.
Dog, you see what happens? And I just realized now that I'm missing that cable.
What cable?
I told you the cable for the mic.
The USB cable? Alright, but USB is USB. You're fine, baby.
Nah, there's something wrong.
Oh, you're wrong. 100% wrong.
I'm not.
Yes, you
Listen,
are. No,
I've been a
you're
sound
wrong.
engineer for a lot longer than you have.
I am,
Yeah,
I'm
what I
sure
walk
of it.
into.
Nothing, though. Nothing at all. What up, Manny?
Oh shit, that's right. We're on YouTube, huh?
Yeah, we are on YouTube.
Are people on?
We have. How many people are logged on right now? We have 30 people logged on right now.
Why though?
I have no idea. I still don't understand. I thought maybe if we went away for a month, they get to thinking and realize it's a waste of time.
I don't even remember my YouTube password. I can't talk shit.
Oh, for real?
God damn it.
I think that might be my TV though. So let me turn that bitch off.
Yeah, and I'm hearing like I don't know stuff.
You hearing stuffs?
It's fucking annoying because I can hear you guys, but I can't hear myself talk.
Again, I think you haven't done this for such a long time.
Hey, look what I just got in the mail. Happy holidays from the Galaxy.
Oh, I got that last night.
Wow.
Yeah, whose is that?
It sounds like there's a fan in the background.
Oh, you
Oh,
know what?
it's the water's running right now.
There you go.
that makes sense.
Yeah.
I don't know what's going on here.
Give it. Give it.
Hey, I remember my YouTube password.
What was it?
I'm not gonna tell you stuff.
Hey, damn, that was slick. I was Low-key, that was slick.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I'm about to put his password for everything.
Hashtag.
Out on fucking YouTube. Need something to watch while I play Football Manager. All right, that makes sense. It's like ugly white noise, Thomas. It's TP, Mr. TP.
Oh, is he on, Mr. TP?
Yeah, he's on.
All right. So if there's any Galaxy fans in the Whittier area, our boy Mr. TP, he's never played soccer in his life, but he wants to start playing some. So if anyone knows of any teams where he can go and fuck up and destroy your team, he's happy to do so.
Yeah.
So let us know or shoot him a message directly, and invite him. He wants to go play.
I think Jesse might be in the same boat.
Hey,
Fuck it.
But
Oh, let's start a team then.
don't do him like I did Carrick. He never played before, and then I ditched him because I couldn't take it anymore.
Yeah, that's
He's
true.
he's dope though.
Yeah, no.
Oh yeah,
he's
yeah,
getting
he's
better.
coming through. Yeah.
Navi Alaba says, "Hello guys, how much time am I worth?" I don't know though.
Not worth anything, though.
I bought a Popeyes chicken sandwich.
Oh, people
Nah,
die over that shit. So chill. Yeah.
Yeah, chill. Those are good.
I had one today for the first time. I gotta say, I liked them. I liked them a lot.
Right?
Yeah,
Nothing. I mean, it's not worth getting killed over, but it's fire.
100%. Like I got in and out within like 10 minutes, so I was okay with having that sandwich today. But they're good. I'm not complaining.
Hey, shout out to Jose Gonzalez. I don't know if you guys said it already, but he's all the way up from Seattle.
Yeah, we're talking about it when you're. I don't
Hell
know.
yeah, dog. We're national, international. You remember the servers that we were getting from like fucking
The
Cambodia and shit?
I think it was 8 different countries this year. That's how much we hit. We hit 8
And a
different
lot of them
countries.
for IKEA.
Yeah, from Sweden. We had Argentina, some Brazil. It was cool. It was crazy, ridiculous.
I'm going through the messages right now. Who's ready to take my place?
Oh, your boys.
For what?
Your boys are out here
hell
asking.
yeah, no, yeah.
Your boys are
They
saying.
don't have to worry about not hearing themselves. I'm out here on some low budget fucking podcast. I can't even hear myself.
No, you're on some low budget
Listen,
equipment. That's all it
you
is.
never
It's not,
heard
it's not
Eminem talk about turn up shit because he can't hear himself, and then he can hear himself. That's exactly what I'm talking about. But you never been in a real studio like I have.
Shit, I forgot to tell Anna I ate a chicken sandwich. And she just heard me say it.
Hell yeah.
I had a Chick-fil-A chicken sandwich. That's what I meant to say.
Hey, Rudy, check your IGDM, bro.
These motherfuckers really back. These motherfuckers really that bad.
By the way, it's supposed to snow the next week for a couple of days.
In Seattle?
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy. I didn't know that at all.
Hey, Masa has a new background. Oh, shit, tight, Masa.
Thank you.
¿Qué dijo un jaguar a la otra jaguar? I'm waiting for
How are
you.
you?
Jaguar, are you stupid? Oh, no. All right, Mr. TP, you gotta go, though. You gotta concentrate. You gotta concentrate. Hey, he's a teacher, though, no? Isn't he a teacher?
Yeah.
All right, it makes sense. That joke makes sense now.
And I'm a piece of shit because he asked me to go to do, what is it, career day or something like that? I forgot what it was.
I thought
I
you
just
were
haven't had
all
time to
about
go.
dad jokes.
I am all about that joke, though.
That's a perfect dad joke.
It is. It is.
Oh,
I'm not even gonna lie.
we have how many listeners right now? We have
39.
This is watchers. My best at listeners, watchers right now. All right, so we got 41 now. So shoot them with one of your dad jokes. That's a bigger audience that you had in your house the other day.
All right, for sure.
Hell yeah.
This one's great. This is one of my favorite ones.
All right, you got a new one?
No,
I want to hear one that I haven't heard yet.
You heard. All right. How does a cowboy call for his daughter?
How does a cowboy call for his daughter?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeehaw!
Mija?
Yeehaw!
I mean,
Get it? That's hilarious. Come on, that was good. That was fucking amazing. I hate you guys. That's amazing. That's it. Dog. No more. Dog.
let me do
It's not my right. It's not the right crowd for this. You know what I mean? I need a different crowd.
You mean they're not high enough?
Accurate as fuck.
We're pretty high for sure.
Nope. I don't do it. Nope.
Nope. When he says we, he's talking about me and Angel. Just me and Angel.
We're in California. Chill. Everyone their mama does. Anyone that says that they don't do, they're a liar.
Arizona boys.
Arizona
I'm
boys?
currently in
Hey.
Arizona right now.
Me and Masa are gonna move to Arizona, so
In
we
a
gotta
mansion?
make this happen. I don't know.
A big
how
ass
we're gonna
mansion.
Yeah, and Jeremy's gonna be our butler slash
Alfred,
driver,
Uber
everything, cook,
for real, cook,
everything.
driver, butler. Shout out Jeremy.
Everything.
Yeah, that's right.
What building has the most stories? A library.
Stoop.
That's funny.
I mean,
Damn, this is why we've been off.
I mean,
Exactly why we've been off for a month.
no, you know what?
Yeah.
It is though, right? It is because like usually we start talking the bullshit
Yeah. I don't know
relating
what
the
to do right
galaxy,
now.
but we don't
I
have
can't
anything
wait
related
for
to galaxy.
the episode to start so I can just shut the fuck up. It's
I
gonna be
mean,
great.
you've been shut the fuck up the whole time anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. That's what I mean. 2020, Doug, same me.
Didn't say me.
Hell yeah, I'm going to Utah again, Alejandro.
Oh God, don't. Let's not.
Please
start there.
don't.
Let's not start there.
No, let's not talk Utah. Though.
Let's not talk Utah.
No,
yet,
no.
man.
I always say no, and then I always end up going. So we going to Utah, Angel.
Damn, fuck you, huh?
I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, let's go.
I was trying to read.
Sounds like this is why we stopped carpooling with Angel, Doug.
It's accurate.
True.
Away day jokes. We all know where the Big Apple is, but do you know where Minneapolis? Minneapolis. Get it?
That was good. Hell yeah, that was a good one.
Oh,
good shit,
man.
Thomas.
Oh my God, it's so dumb. I swear to God, I love these. I'm gonna write all
What do
these
you call
down.
pony with a sore throat? A little horse.
That's fucking hilarious. I'm gonna write all these down and using them at work tomorrow, though, for sure. It's gonna be a hit at work.
Hey, Cheesy said that he sent his question out late to steer from the stands. Just a heads up, George.
Is it on you? Is it on Instagram or Twitter?
On IG or Twitter.
It might not get read because George's on top of his shit. So all the
Hey Rudy,
all the
is
questions
this
are
podcast
already-
It's a
gonna
new
be,
Doug.
is this podcast gonna be out before World War III?
Depends.
Probably not.
Depends. What we think can happen like in 1 second.
All right, George, you said an IG.
All right, for sure.
All right, boys. Let's see if I remember how to do this.
Yo, what up? And welcome to another episode of Straight from the Stands, an unapologetic, unofficial LA Galaxy podcast, hosted by 4 Foul supporters who bring you their thoughts and views on everything related to LA Galaxy, straight from the stands. I am your co-host Smarts, alongside the always angry Angel, his counterpart level-headed George, and the man with the facts, Masa. This is Straight from the Stands.
Oh,
This is so dumb. This is so dumb, man.
He reacted later. Fuck
Hey
that.
TP.
Oh.
All right, before I get the show started.
Yeah, that one took me a while.
TP,
Oh,
before the show starts, the whole intro, Angel has no idea what the fuck you're talking about with HDMI, and then he got it right now, right before the show starts. So
But it's because you did it wrong. You got to do it the way that Yoda was
say
it.
the joke.
HDMI. See, there you go. See, now it's because I said it like Yoda would say it.
So
So then it made sense. Yeah. So it's HDMI. You know.
all right, all right, I'm done.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Jesus.
Listen.
How are you?
I don't know
boys?
what to do with myself right now. I don't know what's going on. I can't hear myself.
You
So I
were-
don't even know if you guys can hear me.
I swear to God, motherfucker has never heard himself while we do this podcast.
Nah.
It's a real
I
thing.
guess I have. No, I guess I have.
Look, it's
I know what
you
I'm
have-
saying.
Never heard
you
myself
still haven't
doing this
learned.
podcast.
He just likes to hear himself.
All
Well,
right,
yeah,
maybe.
exactly. That's exactly how I know I can hear myself, and I can't hear myself.
Maybe. All right, boys. Good evening. It's the first show of a new decade, 2020. We in
Hell
this
yeah.
bitch. How you guys doing today?
Still to this day, what it do, baby?
Killer.
Listen, I've been a Clipper
Chill,
fan
let-
since day
leave
one,
that in
so you're right,
2019.
myself.
I mean, I'm telling y'all, bro.
Hey,
I was-
shout out to Scott for knowing what a true Clipper is.
What's
Hey,
up?
chill out, bro.
A nail clipper?
He calls them LAFC fans.
Oh, well, that's facts though.
Accurate.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
There you
Masa
go,
knows it.
Masa. That's what you wanted, huh? That's what you wanted?
Yeah. MVP, Carlos Vela. Let's get it.
You're
So
right.
we've
You're
been
right,
You're right as fuck.
This is a new
facts, though.
podcast just for y'all to know. We changed it up. We're a winning podcast.
No,
Tell
we're
Yeah,
them
not.
that.
yeah.
I quit. I fucking quit. I quit. I'm done. I'm fucking out of here. You guys figure this shit out. I'm done with you guys.
Is anyone even watching this?
Yes.
there's
Unfortunately, we have
50
50
people,
people
damn.
watching this
Damn,
shit, dog.
People
Wow.
that came out for us.
Hey, man.
I
That's,
appreciate y'all.
that's
Listen,
a little bit. That's a low crowd.
we've been gone for a month, and we completely forgot everything we do. I mean, everything.
Yeah.
We just have no
Just
idea.
a month?
We have 4 weeks. We have no idea what the fuck we're doing right now. How was your break? Would you guys do anything fun? I know we met up.
Well, yeah, I went to your house and I got high. Well, you guys, except for Masa, he didn't show up.
Must didn't show up, but it was fun. That was fun. We had a
We
That
played
shit was
Mario.
dope.
We played Mario Party 8.
we had a little weed party, and it was crazy. It was
Yeah.
good.
That shit was funny.
That shit was.
To
How
be
was?
honest, this year I've been avoiding people, so don't be surprised.
You know what? You know what? For the break, I kind of became a little distant, just to ourselves. I think just the inner circle of what we talked to. It was a good little refresher. Now I want to talk to everybody, so we're back.
Yeah, no, you know what? It was the first time I was able to work from home for the holidays. So I saw my kid a lot, right? Like,
That's dope.
because usually like she has breaks, but I have to work, so I only, I mean, we don't spend enough time together. But this time around, that was really cool of it. We just kind of kicked it. I just kind of did a lot of chilling, which was good, man. I know we tried to get together 3 times out of the last 4 weeks, but we just couldn't figure that shit out. Somebody had to be out and every day, so sorry guys.
low-key,
I think last
was
week we
sad
just didn't want to do it.
No one, yeah, really, real shit. Just
Last
one
week, I
person
think
sit
it was-
out, and we're like,
yeah.
fuck it, everyone's
Yeah,
I
out.
we're
was
not doing it.
busy- Wait, what was last week? I don't even remember.
Last
you,
week it
you
was
were in
me.
last week.
Last week I was
I'm
chasing
always
Golden
over,
Oreo.
Oh yeah, I was learning quantum physics. Rudy
Yeah,
was
and then-
celebrating his fantasy
Still,
football.
still,
Oh yeah,
still.
yeah, still, yeah. Listen, that was last year. That was a decade ago already. So chill.
Yeah, that was last decade.
That was a decade
Hey,
ago.
Brian,
Yeah.
I'm still out. I'm out for sure, though. I didn't even go to work today. Couldn't walk.
Yo,
today.
low key, I got hurt on Sunday too. I might be out Thursday. I ain't shit.
Really?
Yeah, I need you
Yeah,
on Thursday, bro.
I'll be there on Thursday.
Thank you.
All right, boys. Let's get into why the fuck
The daughter.
All right, man. Can I give a quick backstory to this one? Because I don't even think Masa knows about this one.
Oh my god.
I
This-
don't know what you guys are talking about.
No, so,
Oh my god.
so we hanged out the other day. We got baked and we played video games. But Rooney came over with his daughter, and my daughter was in the room.
So Jeremy tells his daughter like, "Hey, do you want to go in the room?" But instead of saying, "Hey, you want to go in the room with my niece? Want to go in the room with Hayes, or anything else?" He says, "You want to go? You want to go to a room with the daughter." The
The
daughter,
daughter.
dog. And I was like, "What the fuck?"
Daughter.
Like, dog, I'm
This
completely.
motherfucker's he's the uncle.
Yeah, yeah. And he said,
All he could think about was the daughter.
The daughter.
"You want to go
Oh,
with?"
man.
That shit was fucking. I mean, given that we're fucking baked, so it was even more funny. But great times. All right,
Sounds-
can,
Both towards
sounds
the
great.
beginning too.
Wait, what are we talking about today? I honestly have no idea. I know you posted some shit.
fuck
Reading.
you.
I didn't look.
Fuck you.
Yeah,
Fuck you. That's all I
Come
can
on,
say.
man.
I
Fuck
didn't.
you.
I didn't.
Baby.
No,
I didn't look at anything. So right now, this is just me on the fly.
So listen, we've been gone for a month. Kind of want to talk some LA Galaxy because we really haven't done that. We have signings. There's some rumors.
I can confirm something.
Okay. Well, listen, motherfucker. If you didn't know, I'm just telling you what we're going to talk about today. You ain't got to start talking about anything yet.
Okay. My bad. I apologize.
I also want to talk about like what our starting 11 would look like right now, and where do we need to pick up players.
Why? All right. You know what? Fine.
Because
Yeah,
what else are you
do
gonna talk about?
do you-
What else?
Do
you-
you? Do you?
fuck?
Do you? I apologize.
Thank you, appreciate it. But let's start. Let's start with the fucking signings. I know this. I know this one got announced a while ago, but we didn't talk about it. Let's start with Sasha. What do you guys think about Sasha? How are you guys
I'll
feeling
take
about?
it. Legit, I'll take it. He's comfortable now. He's going to be playing from home, regardless of whatever team he played for. He plays for the G's now, and I think he's a step up from Carrasco.
Yes, I could agree with that 100%.
I'll take it.
What about you guys? What do you guys think?
Same.
I'm cool with it. It's a little weird because I remember when we started going to ACB with Rudy, we used to chant that he had a girl's name.
Sasha's a girl's name.
Yeah, so it's kind of funny, but
Chill. Times are changed.
I think
dog.
he's still.
We could get
it's-
canceled for that.
Yeah, it's Gold Cup. It's Gold Cup. It's what else? It's Copa America. So we're gonna be missing out on some players. So he's a good filler. Good filler spot.
So where do you guys see him at? I know I don't think any of us think of him as a starting caliber midfield, but when he does come in, or for those games that he does have to fill in, where do you guys see him at?
Next to
I see him
John.
as Cam. I see him Cam. I see him attacking midfield.
You know what?
He could play a little
all right,
deeper,
well, yeah, that he's basically going to be coming in as a depth player that can play cam, that can play CDM, or can play a true box-to-box midfielder. Now the question is, does he still have the legs to play that? But he's only like 30. I think he'll be fine.
Nah, he's a little older, isn't he? I think he's
I don't know,
34.
is he?
34, 35.
34.
34.
All right, there you go. Even then, that's still not too bad. I mean, well, because even then last year he didn't really play a whole lot.
Sasha's 34 years old. Yeah, and listen, and I think he's what I like about Sasha is his touch. He has a like a death touch. He could put a ball wherever he wants, and I really like that. But I also think he knows how to read the game well. So I wouldn't mind him pairing up next to whether it's Jonah or Corona or whoever else is playing like that deeper line center midfield for me. I think that's where I see him.
And to add to that, I think what I really enjoy about him that he's a veteran of the league. He understands the league well. He's been around for so long. He's been in multiple teams, so he definitely understands the dynamics. I think we hit it saying he's a role player. Role player is definitely something. I mean, I don't want him to come in here thinking that he could take a starting spot, even though I want him to fight for it. But I think understanding he's a role player would really help us out.
Well, listen,
I think on a
Don't
good
be so
day.
sure of that. Yeah, exactly.
I think on a good day, if he could find his form, I think he's more than capable to bench.
Listen, Sasha's a girl's name, played for Chivas USA. From there, he went to Anderlecht, where he did well. He did well for a while. He
Played
actually did
Champions.
really good. Yeah, he played Champions League, and he did really well. Actually, think about it for an American across the pond. So,
Correct me if I'm
that
wrong.
experience. What's that?
Don't you have a picture with him with the Chivas USA jersey on?
Yeah, no, Salvador jersey too.
So you've been a fan forever.
Listen, I've been.
He
a
knows
fan
his
forever.
history. You know what I mean?
I know my history. Yeah. So listen, we can even use that picture as the as
the cover?
episode. Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Put a clown emoji over his face.
Yeah.
Nah, let the world see my face. Let them see my face. But nah, even then, they brought him back from Anderlecht, to Red Bulls, and Red Bulls he was always a contender.
Yep.
So
Yep.
he's been a good player.
I remember.
Orlando has their own woes, their
It's
own problems
Orlando.
to deal with. It's Orlando that we're talking about, so I'm not gonna put anything on what happened in Orlando. I'm just gonna pretend it didn't happen and say, hey, you know what? You're coming. This team is think of it like a clean slate. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. I remember him and Andrew like in how he was constantly being talked to, and this is
Yeah.
before we had a lot of players overseas, so like the coverage wasn't that great. But he was always getting talked about, like he was performing well, and again we saw him in Champions League, which is dope, right? And then he moves on,
And
like you said, and
do you remember? He was supposed to come to the Galaxy
yeah.
before going to New York Red Bulls, and that was supposed to happen. That was the MLS that didn't allow it to happen, or something. What the fuck was that, Rudy?
You're saying,
Well,
oh yeah,
anyways,
but it was blocked.
I can't confirm nor deny that the front office still has images of the press release they're gonna do.
Oh
for
no
South
shit!
Africa.
Like
And-
oh, so it was
yeah.
that close? I didn't even know it was that close. I
Yeah,
knew there was
yeah.
works, but I didn't know it was like it had
I'm
legs like that.
Pretty sure you were in that chat where that picture was shared.
Oh, I must have just completely missed it.
Yeah, so it was that close, and I don't remember what happened where Sasha ended up not coming to the Galaxy, but listen, I can't confirm tonight, but they reused the old material
Oh really?
potentially. Maybe.
Well, so interesting you said that, right? Because I think if we could remember him in Red Bulls, even the last year in Red Bulls, he was still a presence in that team, right? In Orlando, well, it's fucking Orlando. Similar to what I believe is the case with the other player we signed, with Alexander Katai.
Oh my god.
Katai.
Oh, there's feelings there. I want to hear about this,
Yeah.
but hold on. And again, like with Sasha, I seen him play, and I have more memories of him playing than I have noticed Katai. Right, so I'll start by saying that. But from what I have seen, the player looks skillful. Like he has a good read of the game, and he has understanding. Because I don't think he's the fastest player, but I think he has a good understanding on when to accelerate and when to slow down, which I think is a big difference from what we had last year. And I also want to see him with a better team around him, right? Because he was playing in fucking Chicago, in a really bad time in Chicago. So I'm really interested in seeing this guy. But let's share some thoughts on what we think of him. Andrew, you can start because I think
Yeah, you can start,
you
but
might have something
me
to
and you had
say.
this conversation on Sunday.
I'll reserve judgment on Katai until season
As you
starts.
should. As you should.
Yes, I will. I'll reserve judgment
What was the
because
reservation?
But give me some reaction though. Give me
Well,
some reaction
yeah.
to it. What
What's
was
the
your feeling?
You know what?
towards
I'm
him?
Well,
gonna tell
but
you what
okay.
it is. It's because he's
Alright.
like, oh, Drini this, Drini that. It's always about Drini.
Oh my god. He's
Yeah,
done. He's
it is.
out. Get the fuck
All right,
out of here.
all right,
He's
all right,
done.
Yeah,
hold on. Before we go into that, because I think we got to talk about that, right? But before we go into
Okay,
that, give me
let me
thoughts
tell you
on
what it
him.
is, right.
On him.
When people talk about certain players in the league, it could still be a shitty ass team. Look, we just talked about fucking Sasha in Orlando, where he could have been, but we know the name. Obviously, granted, he played for better teams and blah 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 blah. Even when the Galaxy was shit in 2017, and whatever, when Drini came in, basically, he was still being very effective. He was putting up crazy numbers. Everybody knew Drini. Like that was the only person that anyone was probably trying to stop. Right? That was the only offensive player. Now maybe it's because we're in the West. I can't really speak to all the teams in the East. I don't follow them as closely. And let's be honest here. Apart from the top three, the East is always the weaker conference out of the rest. So sure, he had 18 goals, whatever, over the last 2 years or year and a half, whatever it was, with Chicago Fire, a team that's been in the dumps for years now, which is credit to him for still finding a way to score 18 goals. We're talking about a weaker conference that over the last 10 years maybe have only won the Eastern champion has only won it twice or whatever it's been. There's so much around it. Whereas if you take in consideration the Santini, the year that he did really well and the years he's done well, that he did it with a very shitty team and a really tough Western Conference. Yeah, it's the same argument that you're having. My point is, I'm saying I'm reserving my judgment, and I'm not saying no, because for my understanding, and by no means have I gone and dug information on this, I don't know how we got Katai, but I'm gonna guess it was under some type of TAM, right? Obviously international style, but we're not wasting a DP spot. Romano Sanidini is not coming back to LA Galaxy. That's a guarantee. That's already a for sure thing.
Do we know how much Katai was making in Chicago?
He was a designated player according to Massa.
Yeah,
he was a DP?
He was DP. Yep.
He was
Right.
a DP.
Right. So if which is why I'm saying I'm gonna reserve judgment, because if you're a DP caliber player anywhere in the league, you should at least still be tammable, right, or gammable, or very serviceable, even for the best of teams in this league. Which is why I'm still gonna reserve my judgments. If we get him under TAM, we get an open DP spot that we can utilize somewhere else, which we can talk about in a bit. But that's what I'm doing. It's more of a reservation. It's not that I'm opposed to Katai, but it's people understanding that everyone's like, oh, well, it's Drini this, Drini that. No, it's more of I'm defending Drini than I am against Katai. I have no beefs really with Katai. It's just my thing. People are saying, trying to compare apples to apples. They're really not doing that.
Well, listen. Okay, maybe not, but I'll tell you this much: it seems like it's a win over Alessandrini already. In 2018, he played 33 games. In 2019, he played 29 games.
Ooh.
All right, like just that itself right there is more games than Alessandrini played in the 3 years that he's been here.
And he got the tackers.
Listen,
which he does too.
Yeah.
And he got the weak foot because he can shoot with both legs.
So that's something I noticed.
So,
listen,
I'm excited about it. I'm not gonna lie.
Somebody did their work because there's like a 30-minute highlight video on Katai. All right, there's legit a 30-minute.
Listen, there was a highlight video on Shovik. Look at that turned out.
No. Listen, this is a 30-minute. I'm talking about this 30 minutes, right? And yes, they're highlighting things they want to show, but there's certain things that happen over and over and over and over and over again that is a common thing now, right? So it's something that is a trait of his that he does, and that's why I was speaking of like his change in acceleration, because it doesn't seem like he's the fastest player, but he understands when he wants to speed up or slow down, right? Like and make that cut inside. A lot of things that and I wasn't, when I was looking at this video, I wasn't comparing him to Alessandrini. Right, I was comparing him more to the likes of,
which is fair.
It's not fair to do that.
Stefani Shisaki?
No, but I was talking about just even last year. Just like
if
he's just a direct replacement for Antuna, right? Because Alessandrini, to be honest, he was here for the first few games and then like a couple halves, right? In the year. So I can't really, if I'm basing last year's squad with a right winger, it's gonna be Antuna, right? And there's slight differences where, like I said, like that change in acceleration is big for me because last year all we had was some guy who knew how to go 100% all the time and never anything else, right? So like just that smart is really good, and Massa brought that up that he's good with both feet. Like yes, he has a shit ton of goals with both feet, and all of them are starting out really wide, touching sideline and then coming in, which is something that we didn't see enough of last year, right? Because last year all we knew how to do was get in line and cross the ball in. So just little shit like that is interesting to me because it's a different look. It's gonna be different regardless whether the situation was Alessandrini, right? Because I wasn't even thinking about Alessandrini when I was watching the video. So for me, I think it's an interesting acquire, and I'm interested to see if he falls in the TAM, because I don't believe he'll be a DP for us. Yeah, he won't be a DP for us, but I'm interested to see like.
No, he is TAM.
He is. They announced it.
They dropped it in the article. He's gonna make like 1.3, 1.5.
Listen, man.
Mil a year.
Which again, it's not necessarily either that I have necessarily beef with Katai. It's more of a, hey, people are trying to compare him and this. No, you can't compare it. It's all right. It is what it is. Drini's gone. Goodbye. Merci beaucoup. Au revoir. Cool.
Great.
I will. But it's, you know what? Actually, I'm already over it. I got the confirmation that he's not coming back. It's like, all right, because then they followed up with another message that made me happy. So kind of leveled out, but
I mean, what are we missing really? We're gonna.
Let's not go.
I'm thinking a damn horse. I've been saying.
Let's not go there because these people are gonna say that we're
we're not
haters, dog.
You guys are Drini haters. You guys are Drini haters.
I'm not a Drini hater.
Yeah, you are.
I love Drini, right? Let's not go there.
All right, let's go. Anyways, keep going. New decade, new us. We're happy. Fuck Drini.
I'm glad he's out.
Yeah.
So I know Angel, you didn't want to go too deep into it, but Massa or George, you guys have any thoughts on him other than what we already talked about, or where do you see him in the team?
No, I think you guys put in the same thing I want to say. He knows he's smart to play. I don't think he's the type of player that's gonna overuse himself in situations where he doesn't have to, and I think he's smart when that acceleration needs to happen. So I think it's something that changes up the team. I'm pretty sure DTK and GBS know there's certain style that they're trying to pick up. So listen, I trust them because all we've been saying is wait until they get their squad, wait until they get the squad. So finally doing their signings. So all we have to do is kind of blindly trust them at this point.
And I just want to add one thing real quick that I'm super excited about. We actually picked someone from within the league that had decent numbers. We haven't been doing that. We've always brought someone from outside, and it doesn't always work out well. Opposed to hopefully now with him that he's played here, he knows what the travel's like. He's kind of
Mm-hmm.
used to the league already. It's kind of exciting. Well, at least for me, it is.
No, I agree with you 100%. That's a big one, right? The travel is not easy, as we heard over and over again from different players last year. But the fact that like he played all those games last year and the year before that, like those are pretty much full seasons. If you tell me a player is gonna miss 4 games in a season, I can live with that. All right, especially last year when we got like the super condensed season, I could live with players missing 3 to 4 games. You know what I mean? Shit
Gonna happen
happens. Yeah,
again.
shit happens. So, uh, if the player could play all those games and produce, right? We're talking about.
Well, shit, we're used to a player missing the whole season and still loving him.
I love him. Don't get me wrong. I love him, but I'm excited about this opportunity. And you know what? It's. I think Pavon obviously is at a higher quality, but I think they mirror themselves a lot. Where like they can start off really wide and then look to cut him in, and that is interesting to me. I love. Anytime you
See,
get.
now you're just making an assumption, though. We
Yeah,
haven't seen it actually pan out, which is why I'm saying I'm reserving my judgments.
you said that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you said. I'm definitely assuming because we're talking about a player who we've never seen play for the Galaxy yet, right? So all this, yes, 100% is assumption. But I'm interested. I'm definitely interested in what that looks like, having potentially 2 white players that do the same thing invertedly. I think that might be a good look for us. All right, let's move on. Somebody who I think Masa, if I'm not wrong, you're more excited about this player than you were about any other player we signed. Uh,
Hey, Scott, tell him I said que puta loco.
and yeah, so it's somebody I think you were more interested than anybody else with Emiliano Insua.
Insua.
Talk to me a little bit about
Yeah.
him. Why
Oh,
were you
let's hear
excited?
Masa
Yeah,
speak.
why
Let's
were you
hear Masa
excited about
speak.
this guy?
Well, just the fact that he
Oof.
can push forward, he has enough speed to track back, and he could actually cross a decent ball into the box.
Is he a lefty,
So
Masa?
he's lefty.
Yep.
He's
Nice.
pretty solid defensively. I mean, I hadn't seen him play in a while. He was playing at Stuttgart. I hit up the homie. Shout out to the homie from Germany that actually follows Stuttgart. I asked him, "Yo, what's up with him?" He said he's a really good player, and that he was sad to see him leave
I thought he's been
his
riding
team.
the bench for a bit though with Stuttgart.
I'm not too sure. That's why I asked him,
The-
because I haven't seen him play in a minute, to be honest.
Listen,
But when I
I
did
don't
see him play,
watch Bundesliga too, so I can't
Yeah.
speak. I know they've been there for I think what 2 seasons, but
two, 2, 3 seasons, something
yeah,
like
two
that.
3 seasons something like that. But point is, still it's Bundesliga two might still even be better than MLS. So that's not like a
In
knock or anything.
and it's Stuttgart too, right? Like even
Yeah,
even
yeah,
in
they're
even in
definitely
Bundesliga too
wrong.
is Stuttgart. Like
in
it's not
5 years, he's had 125 appearances. I don't know how many games are per season, but
about
give or
38.
take, that's what he's been playing.
About
So
30.
he's been active.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah.
What was he like when he was in Atleti and wherever else you seen him?
Atleti boys, he was riding the bench
Well, he did win La Liga. He did play that final
and
game
the
against
bench.
Barca when they tied and they won it in Camp Nou. I remember that vividly. Um, Unfortunately, he's not better than Felipe Luis at the time. So,
Well, I mean that
you know,
time was Felipe Luis is something else too. So it's kind of
yeah.
hard to beat that.
I mean, yeah.
A-
Was something else.
Yeah.
Any pace on him?
He he has solid pace. It's not like the fastest, but he's not slow either.
You know,
He probably match up with, I don't know, if I had to
Me?
compare him with someone on the team. Uh, if I had to compare him with someone on the team, I think he's probably got as much wheels as fucking Jonah, a little faster than Jonah. Nothing crazy. So
Okay.
he's not slow. He's not slow.
You know, one of the things again, right? And I'm basing my thoughts right now because it's another player who I don't follow, and it's Stuttgart who I don't follow. It's Bundesliga 2 who I don't follow. So I'm basing this on what I kept finding on him and the gameplays that footage that I saw. But he's a smart player. Like where he knows how to connect. He knows how to connect with the midfield and make the run out wide again to receive again, right? Something that we saw constantly GPS try to do with the players we had last year. So we have somebody who could cross the ball and can connect to the midfield. That know how to get a pass and get open again. I'm okay with that, right? He is on the older side. Am I not? Am I mistaken that
He's
he's
30.
30.
30? All right.
30.
Interesting. Like I don't know enough about him. Can't be worse than Shelvick, in my opinion. So
Interesting about that though. Shelvick's still a Galaxy player.
Yeah. Listen, and we'll talk about that because we want to talk about the.
Mm.
We'll talk about what the roster looks like right now and the potential starting 11 if it started today, and where we need to strengthen our squad. But
Well, I bring that up because there's still no official signs that he's really going to be on the way out. Now, obviously, that's kind of implied, given the players that we're bringing in, right, and the money that we're going to have to utilize for some of these players. However, it's still not like he's for sure gone.
well, listen, do you guys think I'm wrong by thinking that we bring in Emiliano Insua to play left back? Like that's
No,
his spot.
not at
Am
all.
I
I
wrong
think
by
you're
thinking
wrong.
that?
I think you're right.
I don't think you're
Playing
wrong.
left
I
back.
don't think you're wrong. Question: how
I'm just-
much does Shelvick have on his contract? That was it, no?
That's what we
Nah,
thought.
I think
That's what we
Apparently has
thought.
One more year.
One more year.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, so they just don't want to throw away them. I mean, yeah, it is what it is. I'm pretty sure we
No,
brought him
just
in.
start
just
away.
to-
What's the
Listen,
difference?
exactly. That's what I'm gonna get to. I think eventually, I don't know, right? Obviously, everyone from the front office just got back from vacation, so I'm trying to dig as much as I can, so I don't have any concrete answers for anyone. But listen, if they were able to buy out Gio's contract last year, I'm sure that they'll probably be able to figure some shit out with Shelvick, which is only $1 million. I mean,
And-
sure, to us that's a lot, right? But I'm saying for
AG.
AEG, which we can also talk about that next DP spot in a little bit. So
But do you think
Yeah,
that
they got
Shelvick's a bad backup?
Yes.
Not Rudy. I'm
I
not.
don't think
Yes.
I don't think
yeah,
he's a
Rudy,
bad
not-
backup. And as a matter of fact, as a matter of fact, I don't even think he's all that terrible as everybody makes it out to seem.
No, I don't think
So-
he's all
No,
that
he's
terrible
not.
either.
He
But
hasn't.
there's
He has moments and lapses that are fuck ups, but they were so did
I think it's the opposite. He has moments of brilliance, and then like most of the time it's just fuck ups, in my opinion. Like, you know what I
I
mean?
don't
But I have it out against him. Like I don't think he's a decent player.
What do you do
well,
to you?
here's the thing.
I
This
just don't
is
like how he plays. I'm sorry.
Well,
I don't
we'll
wanna go
know
back into
what's
it.
gonna
Go for
happen
Massa.
if we end up signing Danilo Acosta, because we haven't signed him. We have his rights, and he's a left back. I could play left back or center back. If we end up signing him, that's most likely then Shelvick's going out.
Well, listen.
Well,
Well, if he could play center back, I think we still need a center back.
That's what I was gonna
Well,
get to right now.
But
I,
there's
hold on.
rumors for another center back, so we could
Listen,
touch on that.
I again wanted to go over our starting 11 and our current roster after we get done with these signings and
Okay.
rumors. So, you know,
All right.
want to not throw a
Go
show.
All right, come on. Let's keep this ball rolling. We want to get there.
I think we got in. I think we just got it back in already.
We got the,
Yeah,
we got the
go
groove
for it,
back.
go for it, go for it.
Any
Yeah, just do it.
any other thoughts on Emiliano?
And Emiliano Insua?
Yep.
His
Listen,
brother
he
was
was
a fucking baller, dog.
yeah, Emmanuel. Yeah.
Ocho.
Yep, Ocho. That's right, Pocho Insua.
Fire, dog.
Well, peep this.
He looked like a polenta. He
This-
always
this
reminded
is
me of
where-
his brother. I'm sorry.
Well, I was gonna say it's interesting with Emiliano and Emmanuel, right? Because they're both brothers, obviously twins or whatever. They both were gonna. They actually technically both were coming up the Boca ranks, but Emiliano never really played for Boca. From the youth, he went straight to Europe. They took his ass.
Straight to Liverpool.
Yeah, straight to Liverpool. They took him at a very young age. He never played for the main squad, so he's known Europe his entire life. Other than obviously, you know, the Fuerzas Básicas time when he was with Boca. It's not like his brother. So, you know, take that for what it's worth or for whatever. If we wouldn't make anything out of it. Point is, obviously, Liverpool saw something in him, and hopefully he can get that back.
I mean,
At least with us.
if we just look at the teams he played for Liverpool, Galatasaray, Sporting,
Galatasaray.
Galatasaray,
What?
Sporting, Atletico, and Stuttgart, with Rayo being in between there as a loan. Like, all these clubs are recognized clubs in their respective leagues. You know what I mean? Like, all these, each one of us has heard of every single club that he's played for. And that's something to say, right? Because you usually see him, you hit a peak and then you go to, you know, a shit team towards the end of their career. So,
Just really
There-
quick,
there's some
because
advantage.
Ramiro Lopez made a statement. So apparently COG said that Shelvick might go on loan to Hammarby.
that's
That makes
still a
sense.
thing,
Listen,
Yeah.
AEG owned. You can just move the books over there. Temporary. That makes total sense. And you just keep him there for 1 year. Who knows? Maybe he works out at Hammarby and you just keep him over there.
I mean, that was a rumor started last year in the summer, wasn't it? That we're trying to move him there. So hopefully it's still a thing. And we can
Oh
get
yeah,
him out
you're
here.
right. Yeah, I
Hopefully.
forgot about that. Yeah,
Hopefully it's something. we can-
left-handed shooter.
Oh, these memes are fucking. Listen, when that shit breaks out, it's not gonna be that funny. I'm telling you right now.
Hey, chill out, y'all.
All right, let's talk about some rumors and feel free to throw whatever fuck you want to throw in here. I saw one today that's interesting to me. And that's
Please don't.
and that's Pedro.
That's not.
That's Pedro from Chelsea coming. As a rumor, he would be coming. What would you guys?
To the Galaxy?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Where the
rumored.
fuck did you see that?
I saw it today. I saw it online. Listen,
I
there's
saw it as well.
don't. I'm not claiming these are hot. These are interesting. I'm just saying they're interesting. Like, what would you guys think about Pedro coming to G's?
No.
No, I
No,
don't
thank
know.
you.
Really?
No, thank you.
Why?
Me, I would say yes. And if we're gonna compare to another rumor that is Gareth Bell, I'll take Pedro 100%
Neither.
of the
What?
time. Yeah. The fuck, Gareth Bell's gonna be more injury prone than fucking Drini. Bro.
Listen, I don't know.
Okay.
With Bell, I
What?
feel like it's fucking. I feel like a lot of times it's just like capricho, him not wanting to play and shit. You know what I mean? More than
Oh, you think he's gonna want to play for us? Fuck out of here.
in LA, maybe.
Nah.
Maybe. I don't.
He's gonna want to golf here.
We-
Should make sense.
Hey, where would you play Pedro in the squad?
On the right wing,
Right
where he's
wing.
played his whole career.
And then drop.
What the fuck's the point of getting Qatar?
Oh, you could compare
That's what I'm saying. You guys are. I'm saying if I had to choose between
Bell and
Bell and Pedro, I'm picking Pedro. If I had the option
way.
not to pick any, I'm not picking any.
Okay, then
I had to pick it,
why
bro.
are we wasting our conversation?
because this is where we talk about signing
there's
some
questions on
rumors.
This is rumors.
There's questions about
So
Yeah,
we're just
there's,
talking
there's
about-
more rumors that we can actually spend more time on.
Well, why
That
not?
was an
What?
interesting room.
Yeah, like what?
Alright.
Yes, we're talking about. Listen,
No Pedro, no Bell.
I have some. It would be nice to see Pedro. Like if we can figure him out for like non-DP, I think it'd be. I think it'd be interesting. I like him. I like him. You don't think so?
No chance.
You don't think so?
I
You
don't
think it's
so.
all DP?
Hell no. It's an ego thing. You really think he's gonna see all those players coming from Europe and get DP, and he's gonna be like, oh, you know what? No,
No.
no. I'd rather stay at wherever he's at and just ride the bench.
Well, that's the thing. He's not staying at where he's at, right? Because his contract is over and they're not extending it.
I don't think
Dog,
he's
just
for no-
saying Pedro. He played at Barcelona. Some other team's gonna pay more money for him. You know what? Go. If you really want it that bad for money, go to Saudi Arabia,
I can see that. But for me, honestly,
China.
Bell, pace.
Nah, I can't
Pace
do
is
China
what-
anymore.
Pace is what why I would get Bell over Pedro. Speed.
Really?
And he could actually control-
But listen, he's gonna make the run, then tear his
And then-
hamstring.
yup.
When he
Up.
makes that, and then he's out for
Irrelevant
2
to me.
seasons.
But he'll
So,
score a banger though.
That's crazy. But that's crazy though. But when we back up Drini and be like, oh, he was the best, even though our team was shit. You gave me
That's
But
like
that's what I'm
exactly
saying,
why I
though.
say no to
But that's
Bell,
exactly
because
what
it's
we say.
Drini.
No, it doesn't make sense. Might as well just
you guys
keep
defended
Drini.
Drini all year last year.
Accurate.
All year last year.
Accurate.
But yet there's a better player coming, a way caliber player that with
But the
possibility,
purpose
if
of
the case-
not keeping Drini is because of the injuries. Allegedly, it's also because of the money. But allegedly, a lot of the reason why a lot of people want him back is because apparently he's fragile and he's made of glass. It's the same fucking shit with Gareth Bell. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that Gareth Bell's not better. Yeah, Gareth Bell is clearly better than Romano Sandrini. That's why one plays for Real Madrid and one plays for the Galaxy.
Well, chooses to play.
the
for
reason
Galaxy.
why he's not going, they're kind of the same.
They're kind of
But the reason why, honestly, it's
Okay.
Drini's not coming back because of the money. Let's say he believes he's a DP player. And the Galaxy,
Drini's not coming back to the money. That's correct.
100%. Yeah, 100%.
Listen. We're hearing all this right now, but then the CBA is gonna be fuck all that DP, TAM, all that shit. Just this is the money you got to spend, and it's gonna be all fine. We're gonna have like
I still
6
gotta
months.
give it to that motherfucker.
CBA me la pela.
All right.
Imagine
What
he just says no MLB league, pay whatever you
you
want.
want? Just $100 million contract for somebody.
Yeah.
All right. Let's talk about some other rumors. What else do we have? What else do we have about rumors?
Carlos Zambrano
Carlos Zambrano.
for Peru.
What does he
We have a
play?
lot.
He
He
plays
plays
center
baseball.
Back. Played center back.
He plays center back. What you know
he
about him?
played the last Copa America where Peru made it to the final. They got smashed on, but they made it to the final. And he played all their games. Super solid center back.
You like him?
He's kind of on the older side too, but
That's what I'm saying.
stupid solid, really aggressive. I think he would. I'm pretty sure he's better than Polenta for sure.
Interesting, man. And we'll get into this when we talk about our current roster and what we need some help in. But man, I kind of want something different from our center backs. I want more athletic center backs. You know what I mean? Because you see it. Yeah, we'll get into it right now. I don't want to. I want to get ahead of myself. Interesting. I didn't. You know what? If it happened over the last 2 weeks, I probably didn't hear about it because I was like away from socials for the most
Yeah,
part.
it happened over the last 2 weeks.
So I probably didn't hear it. That's interesting. In the chat, they're saying Bonilla to the G's. What do we think about that?
Fuck Bryant and fuck your stupid ass birthday. That's the last time I go and hang out with you for your birthday, you dumb motherfucker. Hey, you know what? I fucking hate Salvadorans, dog.
That's accurate though. All right. Anything else? Any other rumors before we move on to some other shit?
The
Nico Castillo.
Oh, Nico Castillo.
Yeah,
What about that one? What do you think
Yes.
about that? Yes.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
As long as it's not DP.
Hell no,
Came
you better
off.
not be
He came off a
Um,
major injury, dog.
Listen, there's one thing I'm gonna give America props for. It's
Rehabilitating.
their ability to get players that can score goals. As far back as I can remember, listen, from being a kid, it was the most annoying shit ever watching my dad have American. But that's at least the one thing that you know for sure. America's always going to score goals. They have the ability, and they're mobile strikers that can create shit out of nothing. They rarely ever have target strikers that you have to feed them the ball. I mean, fuck, think about players, I don't know, Cabañas, for example. You remember, that's how far back we're talking about. And they've had the same type of players. There's obviously Benedetto. I mean, there's been a bunch. I mean, you name it, it's like, and it doesn't stop. It doesn't stop. It's an ongoing thing. If there's one thing that America strikers can do, is score goals. And again, it's in multiple ways. It's not like, they're standing there and expecting a ball. I don't know what it is about America and their strikers, but they find a way to get it done. And I'm okay with a striker from America. And I'm not an America fan. Fuck them if anything. but but that's true though. They find ways.
And Rudy too. I think Rudy, or I don't know, Rudy or Massa hit it. The rehab. They're actually really good at rehab. They've had players that had Benedetto, for example, but then he ended up going back to Boca. But there's players that have really got it hurt, and they could bring him back. If anything, Drini should go to America, and we get Castillo.
Yeah, and you know what? I mean, shit. Even Gio's been playing consistently for them. I don't know what it is about their training staff. Listen, they use that that Mexican the
Brujo Mayor goes over there.
Yeah, all that shit. Yeah, exactly. So whatever they do out there, that's what we gotta That's what we gotta bring out here.
Listen,
that's facts.
With Nico too, he's a bully. You know what I mean?
I'm down with that.
He's down to get in your face. He's down to bump you inside the box every time there's a set piece. He's a bully. Like and we've seen a player who has skill and could like really dominate that area where he's at. How well it works in MLS.
South America, Chileno,
Chile. From Chile.
Chileno, right?
Yes, and we see what like bullish type of strikers could do in MLS. They always perform. I mean, name anyone you want who's been bullish and can really stand their own inside the box who hasn't been successful in MLS, right? And if
Zlatan Ibrahimovic.
I mean, listen, and the list goes on. I'm not even going to mention it.
No, I mean, even Darwin Quintero, he was sorry as Minnesota, still found ways to get it done. Listen, sorry as Minnesota, but they hosted us for playoffs, right? Yeah, they're obviously not sorry. But again, that's just another play that comes to mind. It also came from America. So it's something about America that gets you done. So I'm good with that.
Yeah, same. I would like that. And I think it's a player was definitely achievable. Like we definitely could get him. Yeah, so
yeah,
that'd be dope.
A couple things, if you guys don't mind, then to address this from the chat. Players that people mentioned. Obviously, we were talking about Nico. Would you guys give people another chance? I would.
People?
No doubt.
Yeah.
But I still think they're looking for another center
back. Hell yeah.
Yeah. We talked about it, Ramiro. But I guess you may not have heard the live pod that we reposted after, but we did talk about Giannini Tavares from Santos. You guys want a quick recap of what we talked about there?
Yes to him. Yes to him. Like 100%. Like there's Yes to him.
Christian Nemeth.
From where's he at now?
Isn't he still at KC?
KC?
I don't know, one of those teams.
I don't know.
Nah, I said no.
Teams that beat us.
But you know what? I say no because he hasn't done something enough for it to click in our mind that yes, that's a play that we would want. There's players from other teams in MLS that we think about, we'd be like, yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's also a position he plays.
That.
It's also a position he plays. He plays center midfield. You know what I mean? Like, and like we're gonna rely a lot on center midfields, and that's not a player who I want coming off the bench. We talk about Sacha coming off the bench, and I'm like, yeah. That's a good player coming off the bench. I don't know if I say the same.
Higuain?
Yeah, I'll take Higuain.
Oh yeah, take bullish.
Yeah, I'll take Higuain.
He's big.
I'll take Higuain, man.
Too fat, dog.
Maybe
invite him over to eat after the game.
Maybe.
That's what I'm saying. Too fat, dog. I'm good with that.
But he scores. Yeah, guy is skillful, man. Like he's a striker. Like you know what I mean? Like he has a nose, except for he plays for Argentina. Except for he plays for Argentina because he can't do it for Argentina. But I would definitely take him. DP, let's go.
I think those are the ones that are realistic. I guess I would write up right now in the chat. I don't know if we're missing
Is
anything
Kun
else.
Agüero still realistic?
I want to get to that when we
I
talk
don't
about
think
who we could bring because are we gonna talk about it right now?
Well, so are we done with the rumors? We can move on if we're done here. Are we done here?
I guess.
Are
Okay.
we done or is we finished?
So, Kun, I had a conversation with someone earlier today who's very well in the know and very deep with the Galaxy shit. May or may not work in the front office. May or may not. His name may not be Chris Klein or it may be Chris Klein. I don't know. But I did ask
Friends
her
of
just thinking
podcast.
about,
Friend of the podcast. Chris Klein.
yeah,
It might be. It might or might not be.
Friend
A
of-
long time.
Yeah, Brendan Hannon, friend of the podcast. You know, Chris Thomas, friend of the podcast. Everyone, friend of the podcast. But I asked realistically, you know, because they asked me like, hey, what do you who do you want? Like, you know, just for the sake of conversation. I made my case for Kun Agüero, the same case that I've been making now for what, a year and a half now. Or whenever I first brought it up a while back.
Right.
I asked, I don't know, what is AEG's realistic number? I mean, do they have budgetary constraints? It's the MLS. It's, you know, from time to time as the supporters, we think that they don't give a shit about a club like that, right? I mean, sure, they'll spend on a player here and there, but right now, where are they? I mean, would they spend the money? And the response was, we have the money. We'll spend the money if we need to. So, with that being said, because we did talk about Kun Agüero, they never said no to Kun Agüero. Now, obviously, that's not saying that, hey,
Is it happening?
you know, they're talking to Kun Agüero or that's even a possibility, but we know a few things about Kun Agüero that will make sense for that move.
Yeah.
Does play the GPS style. He's mobile as fuck. He's about to be out of contract. There's a lot of things, and he's Argentine. There's a lot of things that play to what we were looking for, and he's definitely a world-known striker. We're talking about the elite of the elite and strikers.
Yeah.
My
100%.
my thing with him, which would probably be his knock, why I think we may not chase after him or go after him, is I still think he lacks some of that grandiose persona or being that person, like I'm LA type of mentality that we've had from. Listen, even Steven Gerrard, which I know no one likes it, he still had a little bit more of that swagger, I guess, when it comes to the global market.
It's recognition too. I think
Yeah.
recognition a little
Yeah.
more too. You know, I'm just
Well, and he is, listen, to soccer, to the person at Soccer Smarts.
No.
Absolutely, everybody knows who Kun Agüero is. But if we're talking about, are you gonna have him on Jimmy Kimmel Live?
That's what I'm saying.
No, he's not.
That's exactly
You know,
what I'm saying.
You could
that's
have a
what I'm
Robbie
saying.
Keane on there. You could have a Steven Gerrard on there, and people are gonna tune in to watch. There's a lot of stuff around it, right? And you get what I'm saying? That's where we're lacking right now in that third DP spot, which is I think something that Galaxy would like to tap into.
Well, yeah.
Because
Mario
that's part of our
Balotelli.
MO.
Mario
But that's, again, that's my
Kun
opinion.
Agüero, but you know what, Kun Agüero, he lacks that, but he makes up for what I think right now is huge is social media. Social media, Kun Agüero has a really good following, and he's big. He's active on it. And I think LA, if you want to talk about LA or anything like that, social media is huge. So regardless of you being on Jimmy Kimmel, you doing a story
Impressions.
that reaches that impresses 2 million people, I think that's just as good as going on Jimmy Kimmel or even better. So I mean, I'm cool with him coming and continuing that because social media is huge right now.
Listen,
So
and
that-
by no
and
means
I get it. The
denying
Galaxy,
it, yeah.
Galaxy's Hollywood, Galaxy's this. That's 100%. But I think with that being said, social media, he does that.
Yeah.
And the young crowd, they're all on social media. So
I think he banged.
one-
I think his skills and his highlight video and where he's played and what he's won gives him enough recognition. There'll be some big hype behind him, right? Like
look at the example of Jonah.
Yeah.
Jonah can't go on Jimmy Kimmel. There's a language barrier, but
See,
everyone knows him
That's
because
exactly what my point is about this whole thing. I've been the biggest proponent of Kun, and I still am. If he comes, I'll be the happiest fucker in the world, right? I'm not, but we already. Kichan Pavon is not gonna be on Kimmel. And fucking Jonah's not gonna do it either. You see where I'm getting at? You already have two players, and again, this is my opinion. Fuck all that, right? Obviously me, because I'm a fan and I follow soccer religiously. I know who Kun Agüero is. I'm ecstatic if he's coming.
Okay,
But I'm talking about also about the brand, because we're thinking about us, who we want. But I'm talking about think realistically. As the Galaxy, who can we get with that third DP spot? There's something that's still missing. Now, a lot of it goes around with jersey sales and stuff like that. The soccer market, I think, is going to flock. right? But there's still that element that the Galaxy took advantage of the last 2 years. That's definitely going to be lacking now that Zlatan's gone. That we ideally they would like to keep up. Now that's just how I see it from that perspective, from the soccer IQ and being a soccer fan. Fuck all that bullshit. But again, I'm just saying if you're a brand, if you're because it's the MLS, they care more about the money first than they do everything else.
Jimmy Kimmel has a sat button.
Well, there you go. There you go. You found the solution for it. But you get and just for the record, I just threw Jimmy Kimmel out there because it's not what it's. I don't give a shit if it's Jimmy Kimmel or not. It's whatever. ESPN being on whatever it is that Zlatan took advantage of, and that's what we're going to be missing for the next 2 years.
But see, I think
without a player.
I also think, which I agree with you, right, to a certain extent, because I think a lot of Zlatan being on ESPN, being Jim, is because he wanted to build that brand, that stateside, right? So a lot of it was him, like not only willingness to do it, but eagerness to do it because he wanted to build that brand, which I think he succeeded because a lot of people were talking about him. What I will say about that type of signing is that it's about to happen, right? MLS is gonna sign one of these big motherfuckers for big money, and it's gonna happen. Like there's no doubt that's gonna happen. And Galaxy being the Galaxy, I think we're gonna be the first ones to pull the trigger on a big signing. So, and even if it's not cool necessarily with somebody of his stature, like I think that works. You know what I mean? It's because it's gonna happen. So I think the Galaxy, as they have done for this league, will be.
Hey, we know what Manny's right though. Kun Agüero can just go to Caso Cerrado and call it a day.
Yeah.
Jose Luis y Censura, all that shit. Yeah.
Yeah,
but back to it, anyways. Yeah,
sorry,
but net, yes, absolutely. I would love Kun Agüero. Point is, if there's a way to get it done, money is not an issue. They can get it done apparently.
That'd be dope.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's get into talking about now that it's 2020. Now that we're officially all gears ahead towards the 2020 season. Let's talk about who we have in the roster right now. Who's signed to LA Galaxy right now? Not speculation or anything like that, but who we have on the team right now. I'm gonna go based on the order that was provided per LAGalaxy.com. So we have Alessandrini, Efrain Alvarez, Julian Araujo, Bingham, Corona, Cuello, Dos Santos, Felcher, Insua, Katai, Kitchen, Leggett, Shelvick, Pavon, Traore, Wamstig, and Subak.
Fucking Kings.
Oh, that's what you're tripping on. That's not a sexy roster right now. Am I wrong by saying that? Do you guys disagree with that? That the roster is not necessarily sexy.
Colorado will be happy having with that squad.
Yeah, but we're the Galaxy.
All of a sudden we're the Galaxy. All of a sudden we're the Galaxy.
Oh, bitch.
We lose to Colorado.
At home. Fucking shit.
Here, let's go. Right, given who we have right now, Bingham still at goal. Right, starting goalkeeper. Who are we going with the center backs? Is it Steres and people?
It has to be.
Yeah, that's what we got.
And then
Has to be that.
on the right side, it's Filter, right?
Yep.
And Insu on the left side.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's not a big. That's not a lot of change. That's not as much change as I wanted to see for our back line.
So one thing that I wanted for our back line, from we said last year, we needed a leader, we needed a voice, and I still don't think we have it unless Dan Stairs picks. Well, we're saying for what we got right now.
Yeah,
that's what we're going off. Yeah. We're not doing anything else. Yeah, I don't see that in the back line right now, unless Dan Stairs kind of changes something.
Yeah. So let's just any other thoughts on how is this an improvement from last year and what we have right now?
Well, for the sake of argument, because everyone says that Shelvick is, the fucking devil's son or some shit, that he's absolutely trash. Everybody hates him or whatever you want to say.
I honestly think it's only me in this podcast right now, though, because all three of you guys agree that he's not that bad.
Listen, but the sentiments shared with you and a lot of other Galaxy fans, it's pretty fucking clear. Listen.
There's a huge hate for Shelvick.
Yeah, listen, Rudy, you belong in those pages. You know which pages we're talking about. That's where you belong.
It's accurate.
The point is, if it's as bad as everyone swears that it is, then obviously just with one position alone, the left back position, there's already an improvement.
But listen, in the middle of the season, Shelvick lost his position. He lost his spot, so it wasn't even Shelvick's left back, right? Like, yeah, I know there was just a shit ton of rotation, and it wasn't his locked in. So, I don't even see that necessarily being true. Uh, but with exception of that,
Right, but if you're talking about Insua, right, he's coming into that position. We're assuming
yeah,
that they brought him in because he's supposed to be better.
yeah,
Then yes, already with one position the year filling in that left back role, where you already had two center backs that have played last season, one being the most consistent last season, Daniel Steres, and one whom we talked about a lot of times last season, maybe didn't live up to the expectation because it was expected for him to pair with Polenta because Steres ended up being better than he was supposed to do. So there's a lot of things that happen around people, which is why I'm saying yes, I'm okay with giving him a second year, start out fresh, being part of that backline. He kind of already has played with Steres at least a couple games, or at least has trained with him, and then Felster. That there's some stability there.
okay. And then I think I'll dive deeper into it once we get through what our starting 11 is right now. In the midfield, we stay with the three, right? With the triangle three.
Yep.
A Corona, Jonah, and Leggett.
Jonah and legit. Yep.
Andrew, you cool with that? I'm cool with that for now. Or would you have
Yeah.
any different from what we have?
No, yeah. I'm okay with that. I mean, I could still probably make a case for Perry Kitchen as opposed to Joe Benny, but that's just personal preference.
I think based on the matchup, tactical
It
reasons.
could change. Listen, it depends on form too, right? Because
Okay,
it
fine,
depends on
yeah.
form too. Because
Fine. In my opinion, yes, because we should be controlling the game. We should be pressing most games as a Galaxy. We shouldn't be sitting back for other teams. So yes, we should be playing with Giovanni Corona. We should be playing with Jonathan, and we should be playing with Leggett.
okay. Out left is Babon. I think that's the one place we know what that goes there. On the right would be.
Say that again.
No, you just got dirty on me. I don't want to do it no more.
Yeah.
Why? Um. So, Babon on the left. On the right, we'll have Katai.
Yep.
And
As of now,
then
yeah.
and then Subak, right?
Yep.
Subak as a striker.
Yep.
Or makeshift somebody right now for a striker.
Nope. No makeshift. No one, bro.
No, what? No,
makeshift
fuck,
if I went
fuck
on the
that.
wing.
No,
All right.
fuck that.
Let's see what
Fuck that.
you're
You know what?
thinking.
I'll makeshift this shit right now.
Let's see what you're thinking.
A la verga with Ethan Subak. I would take my chance. This would be my three midfielders right now. Corona and Jonah, and then Kitchen behind. And you're gonna put Leggett on one wing, Katai on the other wing, Kitchen up top. I'm not gonna fuck with that.
No Kitchen on top?
Subak
Pavon
bullshit.
can't play striker,
Nah.
bro. Pavon
Oh,
cannot
Kitchen.
play
Well,
striker. No,
All right, then
dog,
you put
no.
Katai up top. Fine, you
No,
put
then
Katai
I
up top.
fucking
No,
nah.
All right.
No,
So
I'm
no,
not.
no.
I'm not tripping. I'm not
That's
tripping.
fine. That's fine.
The
That's fine.
point. That's the purpose of my argument.
That's fine.
I would rather have any of those two guys over Sarias Ethan Subak.
All right, George. Do you have what's your thoughts on this
To
lineup?
my fight, I think I'll go with Efrain Alvarez. I'll put Efra up top to help him come back down and have the wingers run in behind them. Efra, I think, could create his space. He could create space for himself, take a shot, and he also could pass the ball.
Interesting. Masa.
Just play with Zubak, dog. I could care less.
I
It's not good enough.
I agree with Masa actually too. All right, so
Uh,
this leads us into what Brian asked in the chat. Brian says I had it and I lost it for a second. Brian says something about
Do you guys see Subak making any type of big strides and becoming a solid back forward to
No.
whoever the G's in? I don't think so.
No.
We've said this. Ethan Subak is an ex McBean, and I think George wrote it on the pot. On what did you
somebody.
write?
No, somebody wrote it in the chat.
Somebody wrote McBean 2.0. I think it was George.
Yeah.
And that's facts as fuck.
Yeah.
Ethan Subak, we've been saying
slightly
that
better 'cause
he's better than G2, but he's not good enough for Galaxy. And we're not here to fucking keep players like, oh, okay, well, we'll figure, hang around. No. That's not what we do. If you're not good enough for Galaxy, if you're too good for Galaxy 2, but you can't cut in Galaxy 1, if you're too good for our academy, which the purpose is to build players, then we got to flip you. That's the purpose of our academy.
I'll take it.
Interesting. Yeah, I kind of agree with you guys, right? The thing is too, like, if we could get a solid backup, yeah, ship him, right? And I don't see him getting too much better than what he is right now. But if not, then we don't. If we can acquire a striker who's on the cheap side that knows going to play backup, then why even move Subak? Like I mean, I get it. I get it. He's not the best, but I think you might be able to work on. If we have a better team that doesn't play Zlatan ball, I think he could play better than what he's shown when we're playing Zlatan ball. Is that my point?
Yeah.
Well, and that's exactly why I said we'd rather have Katai if he's as good as everyone else is saying he's going to be, right? Which I hope so. Yeah. Or even with Kichan, because they don't necessarily have to play just a striker role and just sit up there. They can actually drop down and make plays and create shit. I mean, that's what I'm getting at. Ethan Zubac can do nothing.
Man, again, right? Like you might be right, and I actually incline more towards what you're saying. But I also would like to see him play when we're playing different type of soccer, right? Because when he was successful in with G2 is when Efra was there too, right? And they had like McBean was there, or was he not there? Not McBean, or might have been McBean. Whatever. Point is, like they were playing different type of soccer than what we expected from him last season. I would like to see him this season if he sticks around, if we play differently, right? Because then my assumption is we're playing differently. I would like to see if he is anything, if he's anything at all, right? Because it's fucked up to judge him when we're comparing him to Zlatan.
Yeah.
All right. Based on that starting 11, where do we need the most help right now? Where do we need to pick up players for right now? I think that's what we talked about the most with. Because
goalkeeper, David Bingham.
Oh my gosh, shut the fuck up.
Listen, hey, I know. All right, shits aside, I'm okay with David Bingham still being there, but George mentioned something earlier. We need a leader in the back, and I don't think Daniel Derris is that leader yet. I don't think he's ever going to be that leader.
Listen, I don't want to judge him before the season, because who would have thought that Daniel Saris was going to be the Daniel Saris of last season? Yeah. So that's why I said I don't know what he did. I don't know if he's worked on. Listen,
whatever he did,
he deserves it. He deserves it.
Because he was next to Polenta, who, listen, Polenta had the attitude, and you were not. Polenta was going to be that guy back there, right? There's no denying that. At least being the vocal one and the attitude one. So yeah, you could be right, but I'm just saying George makes a valid point. That we don't have that in the back, at least based on the players that we have now. Unless Insua becomes that guy, but how often do you really see a left back be that guy?
He's not
or a right back, right? It's usually one of your two center backs. Or your keeper, which...
But yeah, I have more faith in Steres than I do on Bingham.
I have more faith in Daniel Steres, yes, I do. And again, that's just what I bring up. But yeah, back to the striker. We definitely need a striker.
So, yeah, I mean, accurate as fuck. We need a striker, right? A different striker. Or a striker of quality, because Subak is not that. And then I think we all agree too, like a captain level type of center back would be ideal. As a second place we show up, right? Could we agree with that?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Yeah, I mean that's our window's not even open until February, so there's time for that. But I kind of want to start hearing some names getting thrown around for that striker position.
See, but names have been thrown around. A lot of them are fake, and a lot of them sure have some merit. Right, obviously the Cavani thing had some merit to it, but Cavani's being Cavani. Point is, there have been talks, right. There have been rumors, and I can confirm that there are more signings coming.
Yeah,
there has to be.
Yeah, listen, we have 19 players on our roster right now, so we're about 10 shy for a full roster. Yeah. Listen, what I was saying about like starting hearing some names is like every name I heard of. In theory, like they sound nice, but I never believed any of them. Right? None of them seemed that close. So I want to start hearing some shit that's like really close, like so we can really start speculating about that.
Andre Pierre Gignac.
Now let's take Chelsea's French striker. What's his name?
Giroud.
Olivier.
Giroud. Oh man, have you seen him just with his boxers?
He's a fucking.
Zaddy
as fuck, dog.
Zaddy as fuck, yeah.
All right,
listen, I don't know what's bigger, his wiener or his nose. One of those. Damn.
What's going on? All right. So this is our soft launch season 3. And in the upcoming seasons, in another couple of weeks, we'll start talking about the stuff we usually talk about at the beginning of the season. So we'll talk about the away days pretty soon, because now the schedule's out. I know we haven't been here since the schedule, so we'll talk about away days in the next few episodes. And we'll talk about predictions when we get closer to to the season opener on where we think we'll end up in the year, and we'll come back and laugh at ourselves at the end of the year when we all predict them in this cup. But
2020, baby, Gio's year.
Gio triple hat trick. Yeah, Angel, do you have any ACB news before we get into? Oh, actually, ACB news and then questions, right? Or the question ACB news.
I think it was questions
We haven't
first.
we haven't
It
done
was
this. We haven't done this in a while.
It's questions first.
We
No,
haven't
it's
done this in a
questions
while.
first, and then it's ACB plugs at the end. Yeah.
All right, for sure. Let's do that. Nope. You know what? I don't even want to do this here. I'm working on a new jingle for the straight from the fan segment, so I'm not even gonna play it this time around. George, you got some
Straight into
questions?
Play it.
I want.
Fuck it. Play it.
All right,
No, I'm not playing.
I'm ready.
Not playing it. Go for it, George.
All right. So from Twitter, I asked Galaxy related questions, and shout out to Romo. He bitched at me at the supporter soccer asking why I don't ask his questions, and I told him they weren't Galaxy related, so he shot me some Galaxy related questions. I'm sorry that you guys have to hear them, but here they are. Romo wants to know any truth to Maradona coming to LA to coach Los Dos.
Yeah,
He
there's a
also
lot of
wants to
drugs in
know-
LA.
He also wants to know with safe standing, will short people have to stand in the front?
I hate
Oh,
Romo,
that's
dog. I
funny.
legit hate Romo. I hate Romo, dog.
All right.
And I hate
There
you
you
for
go,
even
Romo.
contemplating
Hey,
his fucking question.
I'm gonna put him on blast right now. I megged him at the futsal event, and he broke his ankles, and he sat on his ass. Shit was the funniest thing ever.
Vaya,
I cried
puta,
about
huh?
it.
All right. It's scroll Willow 121. Still waiting on Master Tattoo and for the band running
Oh, yeah.
ACB membership.
Yep. Was it that too, Massa? You're all about it for
Yeah,
those
yeah.
2 weeks. He was all about it.
I got
What
What I
tattoo?
missed?
Give
What was
us
the question? What was the question?
I got a
Awesome.
Mad Cheesy's tattoo
He is a
on
White
my
Claw
left
too.
shin.
Oh shit! Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
He was all
Wait,
about
what
it.
Masa's getting a tattoo this year.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Basically.
All right. Valin wants to know what do y'all think of the league jerseys?
With the little stripe things.
Yeah,
Trash.
I've heard that.
You know, if it was the Galaxy was coming up with that kit, I think I'd be into it. But because it's like a league wide thing, it's kind of like what the other ones they do. The one that was teal this year, and it was white the year before. The one for the Earth
That's
Day.
what it reminds me of too. The parlay.
Yeah,
the
the
parlay
parsley,
thing.
whatever they are. Like remind me of
Listen,
that. Right?
I don't know. Did you guys catch Nag News this weekend?
No, I didn't.
No? All right. So Eddie mentioned that, and I don't know how much this is true, but he mentioned basically that this was like a design from like 2 years ago or 3 years ago or something like that that Adidas came up with. And basically it's just like a template they just reused. His theory, jersey sales aren't doing great, at least for a lot of the teams in the MLS. So it probably doesn't make sense for them to just spend all of their effort, not all of their efforts, but, specific resources for just for this. I guess they just reused something that they existed before.
Wait, that might be the case, but it's not the first time. Like a lot of the kids are they're revolving templates. You know what I mean? So
It's
you
true.
know,
Listen,
I don't
Adidas is
think
trash.
yeah.
Been saying forever.
I don't
My
even.
thoughts about this. I'm okay with it. It just sucks that it had to come on our 25th year. I think we could have done so much more and so much better. I don't know if they're still gonna be doing something, but I think it could have been better.
Listen,
They still gotta allow these teams to have their own sponsors. Fuck that. This shit's fucking trash.
You know what? I hope the Galaxy doesn't drop the ball and they release their own merch, like a lot of like old school feel merch. That'd be real sick in their part. Because listen, jerseys, I get it, like that's a league thing, but like merch, be dope if they could figure that shit out.
Well, like
You
the
want me- you want
undefeated
me-
collabs that they had, and all that collabs that they had.
Yeah, or listen, even if it's like
It's
just
about colors.
yeah,
Like,
even
just
their own shit.
Homage to throwback.
Yeah, like even if like just like how this year they had the dope ass jackets, they need to do a lot more of that. We're like celebrating 25 years.
You mean 1, 2 threads?
No, 1, 2, 3 is
Jacket?
dope. No, that jacket's dope too. But I'm talking
1,
about
2,
like
3 is
the one that that came out when the season
They had
started with the little
the
like
jacket with the Adidas thing and the thing here.
Mm.
I mean, those are nice. So I'm hoping they they can back that up. All right, next question.
All right, Junior DSCIG just says bail, which I'm assuming he wants bail.
Yeah,
So-
bail on bail.
All right, Manuel B _14 says, is Galaxy getting a chartered flight to Miami?
Ooh.
Hey,
Dang.
we'll probably come back to that
All
question.
right, do I spill
You
the
wanna wait
beans
for
or
it?
not spill the beans, or how do I do this? Do you just want
wanna
me?
wait for
ACB news.
Is that
ACB
what's
news.
happening?
ACB news. Give it a chance to think about it. ACB news.
plugs.
ACB plugs. Yeah.
I mean, I can talk about it.
No. All right. So think about it when we talk about ACB plugs.
All right, I
Okay.
thought about it.
We'll come
already.
back to that
Fuck
question.
it,
We'll come
man.
back to that question.
right.
Or 2356 wants to know what will the Galaxy do at striker? Can't go into the season with Zubac up top.
I mean,
We're
all
gonna get
talked
my
about
friend George.
listen, go back 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes, and listen to
You know
us talk
what?
about Subak.
I guarantee this shit. George better striker than fucking Ethan Zubak.
Hey, I need Masa coaching me. Then I got it.
That lead the left foot with the hat trick.
High pressure,
Masa.
baby. High
Yeah,
pressure,
yeah.
baby.
All right.
All right, Rock RDA wants to know any idea on who we sign up top, trade, or transfer from outside of the league? Go back and listen.
Yeah.
D85 Perez wants to know, do you think about the rumors of striker Nicolas Castillo from Club America? We talked about it.
Yeah.
Only Galaxy News wants to know, who's your guy's ideal striker? We talked about it. It's White Mike. I'm just asking it because everyone, just to show that everyone wants to see.
Yeah.
It's White Mike wants to know, what striker out of all the rumors do you guys actually think will come? We talked about
Balotelli.
it.
Nico Castillo.
Balotelli.
Bombay,
No.
Bombay Castro wants to know, what was your favorite Drini goal? When he fell down and he got injured. Fuck that bitch.
Nah.
God damn.
LAFC?
Mine was the one against Minnesota in the turf field.
That was
he hit
nice.
that fucking
Yeah.
that
Zlatan
volley,
gave the
and
ball?
you
Oh,
just
yeah.
hear,
Oh, the
and
first
you
timer?
just hear you just hear the fucking, I don't know, the post or something just sounded loud as fuck. Like, you got that shit clean. That was probably my favorite one.
I'm gonna say that one against San Jose at home. The 1-0.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah, from outside the
fire.
area.
That was
Yep. Second
fire.
half, like he scored like what 81st minute, 82nd minute. Yep.
Hey,
I'm
can we-
gonna say that one probably.
Can we not talk about it? Because, I'm starting to get hurt again that he's leaving. So let's move on. Let's move on, guys.
So long. farewell
Yes.
to you, my friend.
Yan
Sing it, baby.
Nine wants to know, main question, who shall we sign? We talked about it. Ray
Eric
underscore
Quinaldo.
20 wants to know thoughts on Garrett Bell rumor. We talked about it.
Bell on Bell.
And we'll-
Sharky14 wants to know, are we all assuming DTK will land a big name striker? Yep.
Nah,
Mr.
Bobby Wood.
TP wants to know, who's got a team for me to play with? Super noob but quick learner. Ooh, there you go.
talked about it.
Galaxy's looking for a striker.
Yeah, Subak, you might. How quick can you learn?
Listen, have you seen Mr. TP? Ooh, man, he's a big boy. He can outbody anyone in the league. He already has an edge over Ethan Zubak.
Mr. TP, you should contact the Nag Boys. They have a team on Sundays. Mitchie Baby One wants to know, if you could add one player from the past Galaxy team to this year's team, who would it be? Best
Kobe
guy.
Jones.
Kobe Jones is nice. Kobe Jones is
Actually,
nice.
hold up. This is
Okay,
a really good
striker.
question.
Yeah, let's
wait,
go,
let's go back. Let's go back. Yeah, let's go back. Robbie Keane.
Oh, no.
We're talking about the one thing that we are missing right now. If we can go back in time. Listen, I get the potato
I
thing.
see you, Keen.
I get it.
I see you, Keen.
I get it.
No, I'm
I
not
get
even going
it.
there. I'm not even going there. I see you, Keen. And I'll match you with Greg Berhalter. Because if he did that with
left back.
No, Greg Berhalter in the middle. Because if he did what he did with Omar, with Steris, and with Lagarajo, that our winning seasons were all because of Berhalter and working that defense. Though he'll make Bigum better though. I'll take Berhalter.
It doesn't change that we have Zubak up top though.
Exactly.
Yeah, listen, because even when we weren't scoring last year, like, we couldn't figure out the defense. The year before that, we couldn't figure out defense. And yeah, I'm not mad at Keane. By the way, I'm not trying to say that I'm like Keane's a bad idea. I think Berhalter could, just a season with him, we'll see the growth in our defense with him back there.
See, but
No,
I think that with no, because with the current back five, including David Bigham, right? I'll say back five, including keeper, with what we mentioned earlier, for as fucked up games that fucking people may have had, or as slow as Rolf Felcher could be tracking back, or Daniel Steris having his moments of lapses, we still don't know what Insua is. If those five guys can get a series of good games, or if they can have these decent games, that's already an improvement. Just that alone gives us a better chance to win than with Ethan Zubak up top.
right? But here's the thing, right? Like,
And that's what I'm saying.
but
Having
those
that,
are those are not exclusive, though,
having
right?
those guys, right? But that's what I'm saying. Though,
That's
having those five, and this is my opinion.
Yeah.
Having this current back line that we have right now, and adding Robbie Keane into the mix already gives us a better chance to win games.
Oh, I mean, yes. Anytime you have Robbie
With
Keane.
Robbie
Masa,
Keane.
who do you got?
Anytime you have
Masa
Robbie
hasn't
Keane.
answered. Masa, who do you got, Masa?
I got Keen or Pescadito. Either or will work.
I'll take Keane. I just love Keane. So I'll take
There
Keane.
you
I'll
go.
take
All
Keane.
right.
No, but I'll take Berhalter. Thank
Fern
you.
Dog.
Never mind.
That doesn't make sense, dog. With the whole pod, we're talking about striker. They ask us what one player would
No,
you bring
no,
back?
I'll bring Berhalter. Yeah, I will bring Berhalter. No, again, let's moving on. Moving on.
All right.
I mean, might say fucking say Frankie Haydock then.
I mean,
No.
he seems like a cool guy to hang out with.
Fern Dog wants to know:
Yeah.
can we have chance for players when they score? Example:
No.
AJ McGee's.
No. Nope.
All right,
Listen,
there you go. Fern.
from time to time, we do like player specific chants, but they grow out of nothing, and we never like focus on those because it's club, not individual player.
All right. Edwin 08 Brian wants to know who else is excited for the 2020 season now that the In and Out is open on Central Street.
I didn't know,
I didn't
but
know that was
I know,
there.
but I mean, yeah,
All right, good to know.
I'm more
I
excited.
mean, there's two closer to my house, but yeah.
Yeah, accurate. I have two closer going to my house.
Yeah.
Brun 121 wants to know thoughts on Nico Castillo, which we already answered. I'm going to Twitter
Gio's
now.
better.
Twitter. All right. We have Galaxians want to know when are the chants going to drop?
Yeah,
Rudy?
I have everything I need, so I'll be submitting them and then updating because I have no idea what the submission looks like. But
Yeah, I was about to ask you that. Do you know?
No,
what that's gonna, okay.
No. It's an approval process, so as soon as I find out, but that's gonna happen. It's a thing.
All right.
Promise.
This week?
Tony TikTok Tone wants to know convince FO to let us pop smoke. Hell, I'll even become a pyrotechnician as long as they cover the expense.
Listen, I think it's something near to
We've
that was
had this
talked about.
conversation with TikTok Tony already,
Yeah.
and he's fully aware as to why we don't do this.
But the Galaxy family don't. So answer the question.
And we talked about it before, though. We've mentioned this on this pod before.
Yeah. The thing with FO approved smoke is like they have the time when we could do it and when we can't. And the thing about popping smoke is not necessarily, it's not with permission. It's kind of
It's controlled smoke. We don't do controlled smoke.
Fuck all that.
It's not organic.
Period.
Fuck all
It's
that.
not organic.
All right. Galaxy Fan Talk wants to know, have y'all seen the new kits in person? Thoughts on them? Also, for the new supporter group sections, do y'all plan to have flags of different countries, different Galaxy theme flags, etc.? Hope y'all had a good family, fam.
That's a question. We've been talking recently about flags, and I think there's going to be a bunch of similar flags to have like some kind of uniform within the stands. But I don't think we ever frowned upon flags from your country, right? Anybody's country. I don't think we're
It's a mainstay.
Yeah.
It's like every single, at least in ACB, I can't speak for Galaxians right now, or Outlaws right now, or Lars, or anyone right now, but at least in ACB in 121, 122, for as far back as I can remember, you've always seen a variety of flags from different countries.
Yeah.
I'd much rather see that than you guys bring a flag about another team.
Yeah, fuck all that.
100%.
Fuck all that.
So bring your nationality flag 100% more, please.
Damn,
Don't bring the
dog,
other
you were.
shit. I'm
you
out of
smoke?
it right now.
Are you
I'm
high?
sick.
Yo, what the fuck happened?
Bring
Yo, I'm a
in
little high
that
too. What you
Iran
doing?
Flag. Bring in that Iran flag. Cool.
All right. Dog, you went from talking to.
I thought his batteries are dying, dog. Yo, his battery dying? Like, he need to get recharged? Hey, for real.
All right, for sure.
Hey, I'm sorry. Before.
Samoa Bob.
Oh, go for it.
Samoa Bob wants to know Agüero, Benzema, Suarez, Bell. Choose one for our last DP spot.
All right,
What
so
was
name
the
again?
four?
List again?
Agüero, Benzema, Suarez, and Bell.
Oof, that's tough. Bell is automatically out though. Like that shit's not even.
Yeah, 100%.
All right, so let's agree to that, right? Bell's gone. Cool.
Benzema's gone.
Nah, Benzema's in the conversation.
I'll let go Benzema.
Over Agüero and Suarez?
Over Agüero.
I have an answer for that.
Benzema's in the conversation.
All right,
if you
but
do not throw Benzema,
we're
in there,
eliminating
I don't
one. We're
know what's
eliminating
wrong
one.
with
We're eliminating one.
Top two for me has to be Agüero and Suarez. Top two, Rudy.
Agüero
So we
and
can know
Suarez.
who's
Agüero
eliminated.
and Suarez.
Huh?
Agüero and Suarez.
Okay, Angel.
I agree with you guys.
you. Yeah.
Bell's out.
So,
Stop crying.
it's not even Bell. It's fucking Benzema.
Benzema's out.
Yeah,
All
no.
right,
I'm gonna
I'll
say
go
Suarez.
Yeah, me too.
And-
Bully.
And the thing is, and it doesn't matter which one of the two we get. Obviously, I'm good with both of them. But Suarez bites people.
You know what I
So I'm
mean?
down with that.
He's down to
You
bite
know?
people. Dog,
Can you imagine the headlines?
dog,
You
dog.
know, LA's Galaxy superstar chomps, I don't know, fucking Carlos Vela in the throat. You
Dog.
know, that's
Fuck Jimmy
funny,
Kimmel.
dog.
We'll be on KTLA 5,
Yeah.
Fox 11 News. We'll be on everything.
Fools Gone Wild.
Yeah.
Like, can you imagine him against fucking Lenhart?
Dog.
Dog. Oh,
Do you guys remember?
yes.
You remember McGee being goalie for us against San Jose? Suarez did the same thing in the World Cup. He stopped
Yeah.
that. You know what I mean? He stopped that shot in the World Cup.
Yep.
Listen,
Against Ghana?
No, but like in all seriousness though, that guy's a striker. Like he's a striker. Like he has a natural sense of where the goal's at. He scores them with like however he needs to, and he fights for everything. I love that, dog.
Well,
I
and
love
see, that's
that.
it.
And he'll
That's why
fucking
I
kill
said
them MLS.
it's the same thing as Aguero. To me, they're very similar players. The reason why I've never brought Suarez into any conversations is because I don't think he's leaving Barcelona. I don't think that's gonna happen. And
open this summer.
I know that, and I don't think he's going anywhere. That's just my opinion. I can see Kuhn going for multiple reasons. Suarez is just
Baby Jesus.
too locked in there with Messi. They're just too buddies for him to be leaving anywhere.
You think so?
All right.
Shit. Go bring Messi.
Ramiro wants to know, besides the center forward, where are some other areas that we need an upgrade or depth? I think we all agreed center backs, a leader in the back. When is the new jersey coming out? Do we know?
No, but I can tell you there's gonna be no lunch party this year, so it's probably gonna be the home opener.
God damn it. Any reason to that?
They got some other
me
shit.
personally, I want to know.
Yeah, they
Yeah,
said
'cause
they're
the jersey's gonna be trash.
yeah, probably. They're not gonna sell. Nah, they didn't tell us any reason other than
They got other things. They got other plans.
Yeah.
For
they
other
have other
events.
plans.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess it's probably the MLS that they probably want to have their event around the 25th season. That's probably what makes more sense. That's probably why.
All right. Top 3 away games to go this year.
Listen, let's do one. Let's do 2 that we know we're gonna do, and then we'll save that for the away days episode. Right? Miami and Nashville. Right? Like those 2 we're going. Start season, end season.
I don't think I'm going to any away for the beginning of the season.
Oh.
I'm gonna start in August.
So Nashville
So
for sure.
For me, yeah, Nashville and Chicago or New York.
All right. I think for me, like the 2 that are like locked in is Miami and Nashville. You guys?
Listen, the first away game we got to roll. Houston. That's no questions asked. You should be going. Houston. First game set the tone for the rest of the season, and then number 2 for sure is gonna be San Jose. So Houston and San Jose.
All right, Masa.
For me, it's most likely Chicago.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You've been wanting to go
nice.
home.
Yeah.
You have family out there, right?
Yep.
Hell yeah. All right. He also asked, with three left backs on the team, what do you think happens to either Traore or Acosta? Is it worth using in an international Salon Traore? He'll go to G2, right?
That's what we talked about.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Alex Gonzalez wants to know, DTK follows Gareth Bell. What are your thoughts about the Galaxy potentially getting him? We talked about it.
Yeah.
I didn't know about him following, but
It's
good
a
to
thing,
know.
apparently, yeah.
Yeah, him following and unfollowing because he unfollowed Drini.
Did he?
Did he really?
Yeah, he did.
He did.
Oh, what a bitch. Fuck DTK then. Yeah, I love that man, dog. You know what? DTK over Genie any day.
Tony G323 wants to know. This might be an angel question. Who would you ask out on a date? Christian Pavon from the Galaxy or Alec Martinez from the Kings?
Oh, Alec Martinez. No, fuck yeah, Alec Martinez. Alec Martinez is fucking zaddy. He's my bae. Like he's my ultimate bae for sure.
Cool. I'll take Pavon.
Sure. He's still a little boy. I like man.
Galactico wants to know, when is the open training at the stadium going to be?
February
The
8th.
They sent out a thing, right? February?
February 8th.
February 8th,
All right.
yeah. I said the 8th.
And
That's in 2 days. Not February 8th, to be clear.
Galaxy Outlaws also sent me a question. Did Jonas smash one or both of them?
Both.
Listen,
Putazos
he-
or no?
He took a blue pill
Putazos?
and he smashed
No.
both of them.
Oh, my man. Wild. I love it.
And me and
He took one of them
I
Rhino
forgot
gas
who
station
had
pills.
This conversation. Me and Brian had this conversation on Sunday. I'm gonna say none.
What do you put? Hashtag best friends?
Yeah,
They
best
friend
friend.
zone them or what? Or he friend zone
friend.
them?
All right, that's it for questions, y'all.
Didn't Cheesy have a question for you?
We didn't get anything for...
Yeah, he said he has something on IG. Say he sent it late. Putazos?
Oh, no.
Okay.
Okay. All right, boys. Until all you guys stuck around. Oh, wait. No.
MLG Cheesy? Shit.
Angel, you got
Yeah,
ACB?
Oh yeah, it was my bad. It was Scott. Me and Scott talked about this on Sunday. Yeah.
Nah, I didn't. There's nothing for emoji cheesy. You could double check to
All right.
make sure, but I don't see
Sure.
anything.
I believe you.
Next week or so. Angel, you have anything for ACB? What do you call it? ACB plugs?
ICB plugs. These are the ICB plugs. ICB plugs.
I gotta
These are the ICB plugs.
get a jingle for that shit because we can't be doing this.
Nah, you know what? I don't know. I really was not
don't
prepared
have
for you
anything.
to ask me about ICB plugs, so I have no idea. I mean, we probably do, but as your new Angel City Brigade Vice President, I have no clue.
Repeat. That's dope. All right, cool. Listen, soft launch of season 3. We're working on getting a new intro and new jingle for this.
Wait, a new intro?
Yeah, like not the voice, just the visual intro for the videos.
About to say, listen, that's just
That's
fire.
what I- yeah,
I
no.
was gonna say, I thought are you gonna get John to remake the song or what?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, live.
I mean, hey,
No, we're redoing the video intro. We're creating a new jingle for Straight from the Fans, and thinking of other shit to include for next season or for this season. So stick around. We'll have shit coming up pretty soon. With that being said, it's another episode of Straight from the Stands. I'm your boy Rudy, and I'm Smarts on Twitter. I'm Smarts on Twitch. I'm Smarts on the gram. I just did it. Masa.
This is
That was-
George. JNDefeated7. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter.
This is Angel. Follow me at LiveItAF96 on Twitter, ADF3691 on Instagram, and what my aliases for the remainder of this year are gonna be, I still don't know. To be determined.
Peace, love, and Jesus.
Peace, y'all.
Peace out.